I know we're trying to romance Karma right now, and like so far we've been doing good. I've had to go back a couple of times just because we wouldn't see the indicator of when he was like, we get the indicator of like, yeah, he likes you and stuff. So yeah, and I don't know how many chapters are in this game, so I'm wondering where this will all lead, how each ending will be. But yeah, I'm looking forward. The days go by slowly and I make no progress with my curse. Karma is busy with the knights today, and Delora and Parfait are busy talking with Rumple about his curse in his room. Tonight is the perfect night to go and wander the town by myself. I need to see if I can find out anything about the witches and what is happening around the kingdom. Delora and Parfait are not going to tell me anything, and no one has wanted to take me out of the Markins since the kidnapping attempt. These thoughts spiral helplessly in my mind as I sit at a table. I have just finished working for the day and the activity in the Markin is beginning to wind down. Garland stands at the door as the last... Wait, is that how I do things? Okay. I just want to remember, it's been a little bit. I know this is like auto stuff. Log? Right. Okay. Garland stands at the door at the last few customers leave the Markin. Jurian is walking around the room to make sure that there are no problems. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice two men pause halfway across the room to glance back at her. I can overhear their words from where I am. Shame that she's a knight, eh? She's the proud type, too proud to let a man dote on her. Bleeding shame indeed, but do you think if I try to say something to her? You too. He knows! Hey! Sup, Ellie? Garland is suddenly standing behind the two men, an uncharacteristically dark glare on his face. Gee, I wonder why. If it's like, they're trying to talk about my girl out there. Oh no, why are you dying? Is there a problem? Doors are closing for the night. I'm gonna ask you to please leave and shut up about my girlfriend. No need to be so uptight, lad. We're on our way out now. It's weird to see men who look like about the same age as him just be like, lad. Because it's such like what an older person would say. It sounds weird. The two men walk out as Garland stands in the middle of the tavern area, glaring after them. He more or less pushed them out of the tavern. If Anise had seen that, she'd probably have scolded him. Oh no! Oh, that sucks. I'm so sorry to hear that. Damn. That... Oh my goodness. Garland. Ooh. You okay? Of course. Ugh. I can only imagine. Damn. On your anniversary too. That sucks. Well, I hope you recover well. Of course. You think you can fool me? I've known you long enough to know that something's bothering you. Neither of the knights seem to notice me here. If they do, they ignore me. Oof. Yeah, oh gosh. I was trying to imagine eating when you can hardly breathe. Sounds rough on its own. Man. Stop dying. I can't have you dying on me. Jerry is still looking insistently at Garland, who looks down at the floor. Is he going to say something to her? We're invested. Garland says nothing though. He looks at a loss for words. Finally, Jurian reaches out and pokes his shoulder, and he looks up, startled. Still the same as always, the silent, watchful night. Oh no, probably. Okay, good. At least you're trying. As your duty. Got too much to live for. Only says things with certainty when he knows they're the truth. Even the princess is waiting for you to say something. Both knights turn to look at me and Garland seems surprised. I raise an eyebrow on him and he hurriedly looks away. As we know. We know his feelings. Patrol is starting soon. I'll head out first. Okay, stay safe. Garland nods at her with a little smile before he leaves the tavern. Going to sleep soon, princess? I was just going to head up. I stand up and get ready to move up to my room, but stop once more to look at Jurian. Did you hear what those men were saying? Oh, about me being too proud or something? So she did hear them, but chose to say nothing. It doesn't bother me. They're right. I've been independent for a long time, and I would never think about pledging my safety to a man I barely know. I can take care of myself. Blunted to the point, Jurian was really admired for that honesty in the palace. Excuse me, that was gross. Oh, that felt gross. The only other men I've trusted before are my fellow knights, Garland most of all, since we've always been partners. She does not explain any further. I decide that is for the better. The sooner everyone has cleared out, the sooner I can leave the Marken. Tonight is the night I go looking for answers. Oh, you can tell like her portrait shifted to the dark mood. It's all good. You're practically married. Sorry, Karma, but I can handle myself. I'm going to prove it tonight. I may not be able to fight, but I can still be cautious enough to not land myself in trouble. Still, I do not happen to hear much of anything as I am exploring the town tonight. I should have brought along some kind of weapon, but then I would have had to steal a knife from the kitchen. I am not a thief. Hours pass before I pass a tavern filled with knights. Deciding that I will at least listen to what is happening at the palace, I linger by the open door and listen to what the men are saying. I hear that young Fritz is having a hard time of it. I feel bad for the lad. Even Sir Alcaster thinks he's gone mad. Well, he does keep talking about a princess that doesn't exist. What? He's talking about moi? Fritz still remembers me? But how? Wait, what do you mean how? We've talked with him. We talked with him before the route started. What do you mean he's... We've established... Wait, no, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. No, Fritz is not the brother. Is Fritz the knight? That's the knight buddy. Oh, he remembers us. Damn. Okay, sorry. I was like, wait... Stepbrother, we've established that. We did not establish Fritz. My bad. Even his father's growing weary of his babbling. Sir Mithros forced him on break the other day. He didn't seem happy. Well, Sir Mithros must think he's crazy too. Poor Fritz. Can you keep a secret? The knights look at each other and I lean as close as I possibly can. Apparently, this boy spoke some truth. Though Sir Alcaster doesn't quite believe it. He's looking for the daughter of the previous queen. The witch had a daughter? Previous queen? They talk about my mother? How dare they call her a witch? But what if they're not being like witch bitch taunt kind of thing? What if she legit was a witch? I don't know. He's also smiling like a douche though, so both possibilities exist. Apparently she did, though I don't ever remember such a girl. This is top secret stuff. I just happened to wrestle this out of one of the lackeys looking for her. What would Sir Alcaster need this girl for? I'm assuming she's dangerous and that they want to get rid of her. Are they talking? Oh wait, is that why she's trying? They're like, she's getting kidnapped or they're attempting to kidnap her? Maybe. I'm curious, how are we supposed to find this imaginary princess anyway? Does she have any features? They described her they described her features. Last man who went looking for her said she wore a special pendant around her neck. Oh, shit. I should get out of here. I turned to leave the tavern, but my cloak's...
We invite you to relax. Just pull up a chair.
Thank you, Jack Sketcher. Thank you for the host. Welcome for being my Thank you for being my guest. Welcome. I turn to leave the tavern, but my cloak snags on the door and falls to the floor, tripping me up in the process. Ugh, you were so close, girlie. You were so close. I end up falling halfway into the tavern, where the chatter abruptly stops. Is this? Oh, a lady. The knights that were talking approach me. One of them picks up my cloak. I attempt to grab my cloak from their fingers, but they pull it away from me, and I stumble into one of them. Madame. He moves to take my hand, and then he stops when he sees my face. Her face! And a necklace! You think she was spying on us? Witch! One of the knights grabs me by the wrist and pulls me toward him. He is far stronger than the man in the alleyway was. Unhand me right now. I am no witch. Then there should be no problem. We're just going to take you in, and if there's some big misunderstanding, we'll repay you ourselves, miss. No, let me go. This behavior is not fitting of a knight. Come now, miss. Let's go back quietly. We're going to save. How do I just click? Yes. Okay, I wanted to make sure. Alright, I think we should fight. Because, yeah. I may be outnumbered, but I cannot let myself be caught. Maybe the people at the bar will help me. I open my mouth to scream, but one knight covers my mouth as some attention falls on us. Oh, yep, hold on, give me 2 seconds. Nothing to fear here, everyone. Just a criminal we've apprehended. Excuse you? I am no criminal, bitch. I struggle in their grasp, but the men are too strong for me. Don't fight back, ma'am. Resistance is useless. Rude AF. That's what they are. Everyone in the bar looks scared of me. This is even worse than everyone glaring at me. I try to blink back the tears as they come into my eyes. Come on, let's take her to the palace. The knights lead me out onto the empty streets. Why did I have to be so stubborn? The knights continue pulling me down the path. Now my headphones don't feel right. Thanks a lot. Shh. The knights continue pulling me down the path until we come to a narrow street. Everyone who sees us walks away to avoid the knights. There is fear in their eyes. But I have done nothing wrong. Ma'am, if we make you feel any better, we're risking our rank on this as well. Or if it makes you... I can't read tonight. Ma'am, if it makes you feel any better, we're risking our rank on this as well. I don't know. I'm suspicious of... Who goes there? It's my boy! It's my boy! I look up and notice Karma's familiar figure walking toward us. What is he doing here? And why isn't he in his disguise? Gentlemen, I ask you unhand that woman. As a knight, I would be ashamed to be seen treating a lady so terribly. And who are you? We're husband and wife now. I know it's fake. Shut up. Let me dream. Her husband is what? Shh, just accept it. Unhand her, gentlemen, or taste my blade. Sir, we were just going to take her to the palace to... I will give you on the count of 3. One knight keeps his grip on me as the other draws his sword. I stare at Karma, who continues to count though the knights attack him before his sword leaves his sheath. Karma and the knight trade blows, but it is Karma that comes out victorious. His blade slides past the knight's shoulder, distracting him enough to give Karma the opening he needs. Wait. Yes, ma'am. No, you can wait for people to give you more treats. You don't gotta be rude about it. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to mentally process this. His blade slides past the knight's shoulder, distracting him long enough to... Oh, okay. Karma reaches back with his free hand to knock the knight out with a blow to the head. Damn. It may just be my imagination, but for a few moments, I think I see the knight's blade glimmer across the surface of Karma's hand before he falls. Oh no. He looks so angry and I'm like... The knight holding me up in his hands... Wait, the knight holding me... Okay, I read that wrong. Holds up his hands in surrender. I yield, sir! Seems no matter how the situation turns out, you are dishonorable. Please, sir. Ah! Bam! Karma knocks him out and then stands beside me as he sheathes his sword. Karma, a few moments, Nom-Nom. Damn it. Stupid net. I almost killed it too. Karma spends some time forcing a potion from a vial down each of his knights' throats. I watch him quietly, fearing that he might have killed them, but the knights only seem to be asleep. A potion that Parfait gave me. It will make the men forget they ever saw you. When Karma stands again, I notice the glimmer of blood on his hand and stare. You're hurt. It's nothing. I am sorry. Come on, princess. Let's go back. He pulls me right out onto the main street and does not let go of my hand. I cannot bring myself to speak. Karma has saved me twice now. Not only that, but this time he is injured. He says it's nothing, but his bloodied hand does not move at all. Why do I have to be so stubborn and insist I can handle myself? I do not speak for a long time. Wait, hold on. Oh, that music changed. Hold on, I'm gonna do this. I didn't see a heart thing pop up for him, so I'm gonna see if we were supposed to pick the other one. See if we try to convince them. Fighting back is useless when I'm outnumbered. I have to try convincing them that I'm not who they think I am. You are mistaken, sirs. I happened to overhear your conversation, and assuming I am some imaginary princess is unreasonable. The knights look at each other. You know, she has a point. She was listening in on our conversation. That's clearly suspicious. Did you not hear what I just said? I happened to overhear it. Nothing more. You were cloaked, as if you were trying to hide your features. Because it's late at night, and women don't trust men. Shut up. Hi, Exonerator! What's up? Being out at night without a cloak is a sure way to draw attention to a lady such as myself. See? Thank you. Logic. You know, she has a point. Again. Stop saying that, man. Oh! Okay, that was the correct answer. Cool. Alright, this is why I have to replay sometimes. Then, ma'am, there should be no problem with us taking you back to the palace. If we are mistaken, we'll clear the mistress and pay you handsomely. Okay. Now we can do the skip. Everything else is still the same. Okay, cool. Eventually, I notice people start to stare. Oh, it's because he's not in disguise. All the women are like immediately entranced. Even the girls. Oh gosh, that's weird. Being lazy, had a day of Pokemon. Oh, nice. Though before long, the staring grows worse. Young women begin following us, giggling from behind. I turn to Karma, who looks like he hasn't slept in days. Karma? Sorry, princess, but I'm not in the mood to talk. Those girls are walking right behind us. This is his curse? Karma? Nom-Nom, I just said that I am in no mood to talk. Did you not hear me? We are being followed. And he's like, fuck. He stares behind us, almost stupidly, and then laughs hollowly when the girls see his face. They start to rush toward us, their voices rising and blending together into horrendous cacophony. Karma is not moving, though. He looks resigned. Maybe he's too tired to realize what he wants to do. I tighten my grip on Karma's hand and pull him away, my pace quickening to a run as the girls chase after us, screaming at me angrily for taking Karma away from them. Nom-Nom, what are you doing? Getting us out of here. Nom-Nom. I lead him through the... It's hard, I know I do these stupid nicknames, but it's so hard to be, take it seriously when they're like, Nom-Nom. It's a legit fucking name. I lead him through the town and into little nooks and crannies where we manage to lose some of the crowd. Karma often led me through some of these spaces and shortcuts. Waltz knew them too. Once we were alone again, I stop, falling to my knees and let go of Karma's hand as I catch my breath. That really was a curse, having to run away from so many mindless women. That was difficult. Nom-Nom? What? I did not mean to snap, but the tiredness is pressing on me too. You helped me out of that. Of course I did. Why would I want to be chased by girls? You could have left me behind and gone on alone. Instead, you helped me. You helped me too. I guess I paid you back. Though to be honest, I wasn't even thinking about repaying him for saving me. I just knew that I didn't want Karma to be stuck trying to fend off all of those girls. He was right about his curse. That is terrible. I just realized something. Karma kneels down beside me and waits for me to speak. My curse has people forget me, and yours has even strangers become fascinated with you. It's almost like our curses are opposites of each other, and yet we seem so similar. Wait, pigtails? Pigtails on who? Oh, she doesn't have pigtails. She just has, well, she has like the one ponytail. The one like side ponytail. Eyes widened when I realized what I just said. We are similar. Yeah, it's just the side ponytail. We are similar, aren't we? No. He holds out his good hand to me, and I let him lead me back to the tavern through the abandoned alleyways. There's a portrait where you see it better. My feet are heavy and all I want to do is sleep, but suddenly Karma is standing before me, his face grave. Nom-Nom, I have to thank you for helping me earlier. I'm sorry I froze like that and made it more difficult on you. It was so sudden and I was so tired I had no motivation to move. Shouldn't I be thanking you? Yeah, this one. See, it's just like the one side one and nothing there. I'll accept your thanks, even though I wish you didn't have to thank me in the first place. You should not have gone out on your own when you knew how dangerous it could be for you. I am sorry. I'll accept your apology too, because I lost sleep over this. I have no words for how I feel right now. Princess? Ah! I'm sorry, but like, that's so cute. Okay. Karma reaches for my hand again, and this time he holds it up and kisses the back of it. I mean, you're kissing her fingers, but same diff. Suddenly, all of my tiredness falls away. You really, yep. All the panic. All the panic. You really are a handful. Ugh. But a delightful handful. I'm going to bandage this hand and then rest. We'll speak later about all of this, okay? But the blood... The bleeding stopped on its own, Nom-Nom, but it does need to be treated. Don't worry, it'll be fine. Are you sure? As sure as I can be. I don't lie. Not even for the sake of a pretty lady. Ow! No! I want the screenshot back! It was so pretty! Karma lets my hand go as soon as we enter the market and then bows politely to me before heading back to his room. I watch him go, my mind whirling. Ah, she's blushing! She's blushing! That's so cute! Does he usually kiss women's hands? Probably not. A lot of the women are too busy being crazy zombies over him. Or crazy stands. I'm joking. Most stands are better than that. It's such a soon blush. Absolutely. No, I don't think so. Chapter 6. Matchmaking? What? What's happening? What? Why are you matchmaking? Oh, flashback already. You really are a handful. Get it? Because I'm holding your hand. Ha ha ha. But a delightful handful. His words keep repeating in my head. I cannot stop hearing his voice and feeling his lips on my hand. Ooh! My face feels warm too. Shush. My face feels warm, and every time I think about his words, my heartbeat feels unsteady. I really have to stop thinking about that. Karma is karma, and he puts on that overly polite act with everyone. But then I am pretty sure I've never seen him do something like that with another person. I'll just go downstairs and stop thinking about all of this. I need to tell Parfait and Delora what happened. Because of the time I'd returned to the Markin yesterday, I never spoke to anyone about what happened. Maybe someone's downstairs. Someone usually is. I leave my room and make my way downstairs to the reception. It is quiet when I enter, but not as silent as I thought it would be. Excuse me. Karma. Karma is sitting at one of the tables speaking quietly with Parfait and Delora. His injured hand is sitting on the table, bandaged. I cannot help but stare at it, my heart plummeting. This injury is my fault. So you have yet to hear the entire story? No, I'm afraid I'm not quite privy to the information. Waltz has. Is that correct? Waltz has been directly involved in this far longer than you have. What about Waltz? Ah! Princess, you're up early. They all turn to look at me as I stand at the table. Karma still looks tired and is not in his dress. He looks somber, but still smiles at me. Nom-Nom, how nice of you to join us. When did you start saying my name without my title? Oh, we have grown closer. Nom-Nom, you've run into a lot of different mishaps this week, haven't you? I thought you would be stubbornly avoiding work. Instead, you go out of your way to get yourself into trouble. This involves me directly. How would I not be curious? You've also been irresponsible, sneaking out without any of us knowing. I have the freedom to do whatever I want to. I even wore a cloak, too. Oh no, the cloak. I left it at the bar. I feel a nudge on my arm, and Karma is holding out my cloak with a tired smile. He found... When did he have the time to look for the cloak? Karma! Karma, darling! You went back to get this? When? Yesterday, when you were still in bed. You've been running yourself dry these past few days, Karma. It's nothing. Thank you. Ah! What's this? Our ice princess is thanking someone? Why is that something so strange? Oh, come now, she's not so icy. Nom-Nom is more fire than anything. She's filled with unbridled passion and confidence. Confidence that has gotten me nowhere so far. Don't look so dour, Nom-Nom. You've become quite the accomplished woman. Karma gestures towards me and I flush, unsure of what he is talking about. Then, I notice Delora's eyes are on me too. Oh, Parfait, do you see that? What are they looking at? I reach out to grab my necklace and then pause. I cannot stop the gasp that leaves my lips. She filled out a piece! Oh! 'Cause she helped Karma without expecting anything in return. When did this happen? Princess, you didn't realize that there was an extra piece on your necklace? Congratulations, Princess Nom-Nom. You're a step closer to breaking your curse. I feel proud. I only ever felt this way around Mother. She did me a great favor yesterday. If not for Nom-Nom, I might have suffocated beneath a pile of very excited women. Wait, helping Karma escape was a good deed? She was selfless. He's not even mentioning the injury he got protecting me. Parfait and Delora are both smiling, but the cheerful mood does not last long. What were you all talking about before I came downstairs? About your kidnapping. Well, kidnappings. Both of them. It looks like we have a serious problem on our hands. What do you know about this? What does Waltz know that I don't? Princess, it's more about what everyone else knows that you don't. What everyone else knows? I feel anger begin to simmer inside of me. Even though he looks apologetic, he says it so casually. What are you all hiding from me? Let's gather everyone later, shall we? I think Waltz might want to be here for this too. What does Waltz have to do with any of it? Be patient, Princess. You've already waited this long. What's another few hours? I have no choice but to agree with when Parfait and Delora refuse to say any more, but I am not happy about it. I spend the rest of my time doing idle chores around the tavern. I do a round of sweeping with Mr. Broom and mindlessly organize some of the bottles. I cannot believe everyone knows something about me that I don't. But now, I'll find out the entire story. Maybe it'll answer some of the questions I have. But why are they keeping things about me a secret to begin with? Delora gathers everyone in the tavern to discuss the kidnappings. I decide to sit in between Waltz and Karma. So we have a story to tell. What was his fucking voice? I don't remember. I think it was like overly like story time, huh? I don't suppose it'd be a romance, would it? Oh, I'm so glad he's back in his disguise. He looks so beautiful as a woman. I'm like, ugh. I love both modes. How can you stand to make comments like that constantly? How can you stand to live a lie? The two glare at each other across the table, but Delora silences them. Delora starts with a story about the Great War, one that I've already heard so many times I can recite it myself. What does any of this have to do with me? Because of the fairy tales, which is like myself were punished for simply existing. Our leader, the Tenebrarum Bearer, was a kind witch that was overtaken by the grief that our people suffered. She was driven so far into madness that she created the fairy tale curse to punish humans and make them suffer as the witches had. Wait. Okay, pause. I have a little theory ticking in my brain, and I want to say it now in case I somehow end up being right. What if this girl's mother was the witch, this witch that they're talking about, the one who created the curses and everything? Because it would make so much sense as to why this queen is so fucking paranoid and made the princess grow up to be like, don't trust anyone, like, and that's the only reason I could think of that people hate her. I don't know, like, I'm kind of trying to piece it together, but I'm spitting that theory out now, just in case I'm somehow right. I'm probably gonna be wrong, but I'm just thinking of that now because they called her a witch, the queen, and I don't think they just meant that as like, wow, what a witch. I think they mean it literally. It explains why she was acting so fucking weird, why she raised us to be so cold and everything. And why everyone just, like, seems to hate her for no fucking reason? Seemingly no fucking reason. And that's the secret they're all hiding from her. Maybe. And she wasn't allowed to read, the fairy tale books. Pokemon Spotlight, Bulbasaur Hour. I should be back in, like, an hour. No problem. But yeah, anyway. Yeah. And when that wasn't enough, she committed the ultimate taboo. She killed a human. I tried to stop her, but by the time I thought to act, it was too late. Knowing that Delora and Parfait were involved in the Great War makes it seem more real. But But wasn't the Tenebrarum bearer killed? How can the fairy tale curse continue to spread if she's dead? I believe that the Tenebrarum bearer sacrificed the last bit of her life to continue powering the Tenebrarum. All to ensure that the remaining witches could continue spreading the fairy tale curse. Okay, maybe her mother is not like the witch? Fair enough, thank you. Her mother's either the witch or she's one of the witches who's like spreading the curse. We'll see. Is none of this ringing a bell for you? What are you talking about? She really did erase your memories. Erase? The witch who... Ah! I called it! I fucking called it! I knew something was gonna happen. I was like, okay, I gotta call it out now or else everyone's gonna be like, nah, you just wait till after they said it. Then you said that was your theory. No, bitch. No, I pieced that together myself. I got a knack for this shit. The witch who died, the Tenebrarum bearer, was your mother, Princess Nom-Nom. What? What? For some reason, I turned to look at Karma, who is one of the only people who doesn't look away from me. I grew up outside of this kingdom, but even I knew of the terrible witch, Hildir. You expect me to believe any of this? Mother was... She wasn't a witch. I would remember that. Well, you would if you had your memories of the war, and the years before that. Under Hildir's rule, the palace was a dark place. The king didn't have any real power until Hildir was defeated. That goes for the rest of us too. We were slaves to Hildir. Laura's eyes flickered to Waltz. It's the truth. Waltz knows because he is also a witch. What? He's a witch? What? Come again? He experienced Hildir's command over the witches firsthand as well. This is a witch? Sorry for keeping it a secret, princess. It's not as if I can use much magic anymore anyway. Not when I'm cursed. It's just another secret of many. Seems everyone is hiding something. Everyone was freed after Hildir's reign. Witches, fairies, and humans alike. The king was even able to marry Ophelia, the woman he always truly loved. So, it has always been Ophelia that he truly loved? Was that the reason I never felt any love from him? Because I was my mother's daughter? He gave up on me. Oh, that's fucked up. Oh, that is so fucked. This is so fucked up. Damn, just... Damn. Like, I knew something was off with the mom, but I didn't think she was the witch, like... Damn. And then that makes so much sense, the psychological abuse towards her. And then why everyone seems to hate her. Because they're like, you're the daughter of the worst witch. The worst witch. And she had no fucking clue. She wasn't, like, her mother didn't even allow her to know that shit. Oh my word. And no one told her. No one, not even her dad. Word. Oh my word. No, dear. I don't think he gave up on me. My voice is too loud in the reception area. I feel it crack beneath the pressure, and suddenly, I want to cry. My mother told me so many times not to cry. King gave up on me. But Mother didn't. Mother would tell me this was all a lie. She would tell me not to trust anyone. They must be lying. I turned to Karma. For some reason, I trust him more than I trust Laura or Parfait. Is this the truth? I I was told the story of Hildyr and her daughter, Nom-Nom. They said you were the picture of elegance, but that you shared your mother's icy nature. But I don't think that's true at all. If Hildyr was ice, then you most certainly are a warm fire. If my mother was a witch, then what does that make me? You're a witch as well, whether or not you were ever taught to use magic. On the upcoming birthday, you will become the Tenebrarum bearer. Do you realize how ridiculous this all sounds? Me, a witch? The king never said anything. Oh, and that's why the witch said to never go outside, too. Oh my gosh, because everyone else knew. And then, too, that she would have to be the new bearer, whatever the fuck. And now I cannot even ask him if this is the truth because I'm cursed. Why would you even curse me? We didn't want to repeat of the tragedy, Nom-Nom. I sat on your shelves for almost a year, princess. There was ice in your heart, and if you had inherited Tenebrarum in that state, who knows what would have happened? Then why didn't you just tell me any of this? Fleur and Parfait look at each other before dropping their gazes to the ground. We had told you before, would you have even bothered to listen? The king must have tried to do the same thing, and look how that turned out. You shut out everyone who ever tried to tell you about Hildyr's true nature. That is probably true. Even now I'm having trouble believing that they are telling me the truth. The whole world feels as if it's collapsing around me. I need to escape. I need to go out and be somewhere else, but... Why are the witches looking for me? You are the heir to the Tenebrarum. No doubt the evil witches want you on their side so they can continue wreaking havoc on GL with the fairy tale curse. The men that were looking for Nom-Nom were not witches, though. They were knights. Perhaps the witches and the knights are working together? This must be part of Alcaster's scheme to steal the throne. What are you talking about? The reason why Garland and I left the Order of Caldera was because the king did not believe us about Alcaster's coup. Oh shit, there's more! There's more treachery! How would he know of the princess's identity, though? Anyone who isn't a witch, a fairy, or isn't cursed shouldn't be able to remember her. But now we know that it is not just the witches looking for the princess, but the knights of the Order of Caldera as well. They definitely have a description of her from someone. Fritz. Oh shit! Oh gosh, my heart wasn't prepared to be so close. Nom-Nom. Karma reaches out a hand to touch my shoulder, and I flinch back before standing up. I cannot speak about this now. I want to be alone. Bryn, let her go. She'll need a lot of time to think. I leave everyone sitting at the table as I try to process the whirling thoughts in my mind. Hildyr, my mother, the only person I ever thought loved me, was the Tenebrarum bearer, a witch. The first witch to kill a human. The witch that started the fairy tale curse. All this time I thought Mother was the only one who cared, but what if she never did? I stay in my room for a long time, trying to process everything I have been told. Espada. Days go by before I decide to leave the tavern again to watch Karma practice with the knights. These last few days I felt hollow. Maybe seeing the normal practices will help me feel better. Maybe it'll make things feel like nothing's changed. When I arrive at the forest, however, only Karma is standing in the clearing. He's staring through the trees as if he sees something there, but his expression is solemn, almost sad. Eventually he sighs, shaking his head before turning in my direction. Ugh! Nom-Nom. I prepare myself for a response, but find that no words come to mind. I have not spoken to Karma since the talk about Mother and witches, and any of the ease I felt with him before has slipped away. Still, I came here on my own, and I cannot just stand here being mute. I say the first thing that comes to mind. Where are Jurian and Garland? I only train I'll only train with Garland. Jurian is on patrol duty tonight. He'll be here later. I just came early. It seems you did too. Nom-Nom, are you okay? I'm sorry I haven't been by to see you. It is not as if you owe that to me. I don't owe it to you, but I truly wanted to. I've just been busy these last few days scouting the town for information. As much as I want you to come with me, why would you ever have wanted to pair up with someone like me anyway? My heart! Why, Princess, that's because you're... I am bitter and cold, and even though I want to change, all I can think about is myself. But now, I want to change because I do not want to be the same as my mother. Isn't that selfish? Maybe so, but I believe you are being selfish for the right reasons. An entirely selfless person can't survive in this world. Before we can make others happy, we have to be happy ourselves. Happy ourselves? Yes, an angry person holds resentment towards everyone, and it mars whatever good deeds they seek to do. That is why I cannot complete my good deeds. I'm thirsty in multiple ways. Run, you've already got one done. Recognizing the need for change is always a good thing, Nom-Nom. Regardless of the motivation, you are trying to become a better person. That is what matters. Oh shit. He's gone close twice. He takes a step toward me, then puts his hands on my shoulders and wait, I want actual art of this. Show me art of this! Puts his hands on my shoulders and leans down until I can look right into his eyes. Karma's serious expression startles me as much as his touch. It is never too late for anyone to change. You taught me that. Ah! What? What? How could I have taught Karma anything? It's hard to stay in character like, I'm feeling all the things. Do you mind if I tell you a story, Nom-Nom? He's standing too close. I have a feeling. The correct response is to not move, but also, okay, yes, return. No, don't move. With his face so close, all I can do is stare right into his eyes. Karma's hands tied on my shoulders, and for a few moments, I feel a slight panic rising in my chest. Then Karma steps away from me with a rough shake of his head. Karma? Next time I do that, Nom-Nom, feel free to push me away. What? It's better that way. What does he mean by that? You never answered. Will you listen to my story? Alright. Wait, hold on. Before we proceed, let me load. Was the... Oh no! Fuck! Fuck! I meant to load and I saved. Damn it. Hold on. Okay. 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 Now I want to save. Yes. Okay. Return. And then we step away from him. I know! It's way too easy to, like, save and load. Like, it's just click, click, and you're done. It's like, damn it! Like, it's too quick. It's too easy to mess up. I take a step away from him, and Karma's hands fall from my shoulders. He sighs out. The story better be just... Oh, wait. The story better be just as dramatic as mine. Thank you, Nom-Nom. For what? For agreeing to listen. Oh, interesting. Okay. This game takes choices where, like, it's like, it seems like it's obvious to do this choice. But really, it's not, it's really this. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. But also makes it hard to be like, what do I pick? Thank you. Oh, I'm stupid. I just kind of realized, like, my face blocks where the jewel pops up that's like, hey, guess what? You found the right answer. But, oh well. It's not important to the gameplay for viewing purposes. Well, quick, I'll show you guys what it looks like. Wait, load! Because I'm smart this time. Let me have my webcam. Bop. So you're like, blah, blah, blah. There it is! That means you made the right choice! And you're in the right path for romance. I think the color changes depending on which guy you're romancing, so fun stuff. Anyway, let's actually read this shit. For agreeing to listen. And for what you just did. Stepping away from him? Was I distracting him? Even though he's the one who approached us, I'm confusion. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a crown prince from a kingdom called Brugantia. Ugh! Brugantia is one of the neighboring kingdoms, so this isn't make-believe. His name was Claude Adric Rinaldi Matthias Almont, but because the name was such a mouthful, he settled for an acronym as a nickname, at least around the palace, where it was acceptable. Claude Adric Arma? Prince Claude was a man who flaunted— wait, I need to look at it. Claude Adric Arma. Oh, it actually, it legit spells out karma. C-A-R-M-A. Smart. Okay. Prince Claude was a man who flaunted his beauty and talents to all that he met. He often used his title to get what he wanted. Prince Claude was a selfish man who felt he was entitled to everything that he had. He was vain and often left his castle unattended so that he could avoid his responsibilities. Then one day he chanced upon a beautiful maiden in the town square. He led her around the whole day, being as charming as he possibly could. I believe it. And then at the end of the day, he asked the woman to be his lover. She agreed, but their time together did not last long. Only weeks later, Prince Claude threw her away as one throws away an object and broke the woman's heart. And she cursed him. Ugh. That beautiful maiden was a witch, but Prince Claude found out too late. The witch said she would make his beauty, his vanity, a curse. To make even beauty a curse. Ashamed of being cursed, Prince Claude donned a disguise and left his kingdom behind. He had been gone for nearly a year now, and most probably assumed he is dead. But in truth, the prince had come to NGL seeking a way to break his curse. He had heard of a young lady named Nom-Nom who, on her 18th birthday, could dispel any curse. Oh, snap! Karma. He looks so sad. I don't know how to comfort him. Claude? Oh, he's blushing! I want to change his name too! Oh, snap! I'm gonna miss Karma though. It was a cute name. Karma Claude turns a startling red as he stares at me, and for a few moments he does not speak. Then he bursts out laughing. I stare at him in shock, not understanding his reaction. I feel myself flush. Isn't that your real name? She's blushing too. No, darling. Oh, it changed back. That's funny. Kiss, kiss, fall in love. No, darling, it is. But hearing you say my name, well, it sounds so much softer on your lips. I rather like it. My cheeks are warm again. Ah! Kiss, kiss. My cheeks are warm again. How is it that he is always able to make me feel this way? Is it a thing called love? I will call you by that name if it makes you so happy. Let's make it a secret between the two of us. I'm still Miss Karma here. Wink, wink. Besides, I'd rather you kept that name for my ears only. It makes me feel more special that way. The name keeps switching back and forth. That's funny. More special? At that moment, Garland shows up for practice, and Claude politely excuses himself. I watch the two of them trade blows. Claude favors his other hand, but his blows still come quickly, even with his injury. The more Claude tells me, the more I realize that he's like me. A noble curse for being selfish. But how do I help break his curse? Why can't he tell me? As practice is drawing to a close, Claude asks Garland the usual question. Have you confessed to Jurien yet? Garland only shakes his head in reply. The two men sheathe their swords. Garland looks almost sad as he turns to make his way back to the tavern. He likes her, and yet he won't say anything. Why is that frustrating me so much? 'Cause you want to ship 'em so hard! Garland. Yes, princess? Save. I've been kind of like saving kind of weirdly. Let's do this one. Yeah, that's fine. You have to tell her. You have to tell her. It's probably not going to be the right answer. I don't care. Claude told me before that confessing is hard, but what Garland is going through looks even harder. Princess, you know I'm incapable. No, you think you're incapable, but if you never say anything to her, you'll never know. If I say something wrong, I risk losing everything that I already have with her. And if you say nothing, you risk losing what you could have with her. Damn! And it was the right choice! Ay! Yes! Snappy comeback! Oh gosh, my throat. I got too excited. Ugh. Nom-Nom is right. Maybe you should really tell her, Garland. Wait, is the name changing on me? Nope. Okay, it's just... No! But before, Claude was adamant that Garland shouldn't confess to Jurien. What changed? You changed? Ugh! You passed the cough. I think it's just really dry down here. I keep seeing like dust flying around me. Ugh. Plus a lot of reading. A lot of reading hurts. But you are what's changed. If I mess this up, let's try looking at it through another lens. Imagine that Jurien is Nom-Nom. How do you think she would like to be confessed to? I frown at the two men, arms crossed. Excuse me? Well, you and Jurien are very similar. You're both very straightforward. Confess to the princess? He's like, My eyes move to Claude, but only fleetingly, before they are once again on Garland. You just need to do something simple, Garland. Something that will not rub her the wrong way. A maiden's heart is ever fragile, and each woman is different. Claude is wearing an amused smile on his face, but he is looking at me, not Garland. I feel my face flush enough to look away! Ah! Holy fuck! There's some kind of dust sitting in my throat, and I fucking hate it. Hold on, I'm gonna be gross. I assume no one wanted gurgling simulator. Kind kind of helped a little, though. I feel my face flush and have to look away. Because he's being a snick-a-snack. Snick-a-snack. Nom-Nom, you're a tomato red again. It's adorable. I cross my arms over my rapidly beating heart again and force a scowl on my face. No, I was just thinking about what Garland could do. Something simple, like when Karma kissed my hand, Garland kissing Jurian's hand is probably not a good idea. Maybe he could do what Claude and I did that one day in town. He can buy her some food, and they can just talk. Garland, have you ever just asked Jurian out for food? Not alone. Jurian is practical and she always eats at the tavern. She's also always on duty if she's available. I'll take her patrol shift 2 nights from now then, and tomorrow you can ask her out for a meal. We can make your invite a grand affair. We can drape banners on the walls, or I could give you a rose. Ah! That sounds like a terrible idea. I am offended. I feel like if I did something like that for Jurian, she would get embarrassed and punch me. Sounds like another lady that I know. Shut the fuck up! Claude grins at me, but I just roll my eyes. Garland, just ask her normally, and then when you are out and alone together, you can confess. And we'll make sure you have the time to do it. I'll purposefully come late to practice tomorrow night so you can ask her out for that date. How does that sound? You two really think I can do this? Hell yeah! You just have to ask the You just have to ask the question. Whatever follows will at least be an answer. Tomorrow night, then. Good man. I'm sure it will go swimmingly. Or I could drown. You won't drown, Garland. Garland excuses himself with a nervous smile before Claude turns to me expectantly with a mischievous grin. Now, Nom-Nom, we'll come here early tomorrow and spy on them. We need to scope out a good spot. Spy on them? Of course! We need to make sure that our efforts pay off. I love what he's like, sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. I don't think we should. You don't want to see how it plays out? I mutely shake my head, unable to put my emotions into words. For some reason, I imagine myself in Jurian's position. It feels too personal. Excuse me. Claude's likeliness suddenly springs to mind, and I feel my face grow hot again. Nom-Nom, you've been oddly out of it today. Claude reaches out a hand toward me, then abruptly pulls away. I stare as he smiles at me, almost sheepishly. The conversation between us dies, and we return to the Marken. Days pass, and though I do not spy on the conversation between Jurian and Garland, I notice that Garland has been smiling from ear to ear during his practice with Claude recently. Ay! Ay! Yes! 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 I can only assume that his confession went well. Claude took the patrol shift tonight, and as I lie in bed, I am restless. Every time I watch Claude practice with Jurian and Garland, I'm reminded of the palace, of Fritz. I wonder how Fritz is doing. Is he still practicing with the other knights? My thoughts darken as I recall the kidnappings. Claude had to save me every single time. He got injured saving me. Unable to sleep, I slip out of bed and make my way to the reception room. The night air is cool, and no one stops me from standing just outside of the Marken. I cannot just sit back and do nothing anymore. I have to act. I do not want Claude to get hurt because of me again. Eventually, I see Claude approach. He looks tired and is moving more slowly than usual. When he sees me, his lips quirk into a smile. Nom-Nom, what are you doing here tonight, love? He called me love. He called me love. You don't here tonight, love. Look. Love instead of darling. That's new. Hello, Claude. Got right back at ya. You thought you were clever. His face is dark red again. If you're using my real name, I suppose you've come to ask for something serious? How could he know that? I do need to ask something of you. Well, if you need a shoulder to cry on, I'm right here, love. What? Oh, is this not about... Never mind. I'm asking if you will be my instructor. For some reason, I seem to have caught Claude off guard. He stares at me for a few moments. What? I want to learn how to use the sword, and I want you to be my instructor. Claude's expression becomes uncharacteristically serious. I'd rather you didn't learn how to use a sword. I do not want you to have to keep protecting me. I don't mind protecting you. I do. Claude sighs and shakes his head. Princesses shouldn't be using swords. Excusez-moi, bitch? Why not? I smell sexism. No. I want to be able to stand on my own 2 feet. You are. I do not want you to get hurt again when I could do something about it. Teach me, please, Claude. It's like, fuck, she said my real name. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Once again, he flushes. It seems to be an instant reaction, and is both amusing and endearing. I think you meant adorable, but it won't be easy. I wasn't expecting it to be. Claude stares at me for a long time before finally letting out a heavy sigh. Fine, I'll train you. You won't learn in a day, but I can teach you the essentials. You can use one of the knight's training swords. Ah, it's a genuine smile from her. Oh, I live for this. Thank you. Music to my ears. Meet me in the clearing in 10 minutes. 10 minutes? What? You said you wanted to train, so we will. Don't expect me to go easy on you. But aren't you tired? He looked exhausted when he came in, and now he wants to train? Already trying to get out of training? I am not. Claude shakes his head, but he is smiling. I'll see you there in a few minutes, love. I'll see you there, Claude. He is... it's all adorbs. Moonlight spills through the leaves, illuminating the forest with gentle light. Long minutes pass as I stand in the clearing. I begin to feel restless. Oh, Ellie, if you do want to play this yourself, it is free on Steam. I know you like the visual novels like I do. So, if you ever want to check it out yourself. Long minutes pass as I stand in the clearing. I begin to feel restless. It isn't like Claude to be late. Is he tending to his injury? I hear a rustling in the leaves and turn immediately to see what the disturbance is, but the minute I do, I am pulled back by a strong force and my world goes dark. What? What? What's happening? What? What? Before I can scream, I can hear a gentle voice in my ears. Lesson 1, Nom-Nom. When apprehended by an enemy that you can't see, remain calm and use your 5 senses to judge how best to get the upper hand. This voice is coming from right behind me. Oh, damn! Damn. Even when he's intimidating, he's like... Hello. Claude? I become aware that this is the closest he's ever been to me, with my back pressed to his chest like this. Ooh, Steinmeier. Pretty level dark night. I need to be self-loathing. Emo. Panicking disorients the mind. That is why you must remain cool under any circumstance. How could I not panic? Any normal person would panic. Still, I try to force myself to be calm. Lesson 2. Enemies will often let down their guards when they think they have the upper hand. Catch your opponent off guard by remaining calm and locating his weakness with your senses. Definitely not distracted by boys. Boys definitely not being seduced. I try to calm myself as Claude instructs, and I feel it is a bit easier, but only because I know it is Claude. An opening. I move as quickly as I can, stepping forward so that I can swing an elbow back at Claude's stomach. Before that happens, Claude has pulled me back to him, closing whatever distance I had put between us. In the process, he moves his hand from my eyes to my mouth. I can once again see the forest, but my words are muffled beneath his hand. Another thing to remember, you won't always be able to catch your enemy off guard by throwing punches or hits at them. Your opponent will usually always be stronger than you. Nom-Nom. Remember what I said about a weakness. Enemies will often let their guards down when they believe they are winning. Just like I have. An opening? A thought occurs to me as I glance around me and then down at Karma's bandaged hand. Karma's bandaged hand is over my mouth. Is this an opportunity or a trick? No, I'd feel bad. That feels like too much. It's probably the correct answer. Watch it be the correct answer. But like, I feel bad. I don't want to bite his hand. Look at Discord. Bite him. All right. Let's see what happens. I feel too bad to do this, but 1, 2, 3. Ooh. I'm going to feel terrible about this, but I have to try. At least she feels bad too. I try to shift my head to get enough space to bite down. Even Claude cannot hold me completely still as I squirm. Eventually, the hand over my mouth moves just enough for me to open my mouth, but I falter. I cannot bite the hand that I injured. Damn, she feels too bad. Unable to do anything else, I mutely shake my head and I hear Claude groan. In one swift motion, he pushes me down to the ground, pinning my hands by my head as he frowns at me. You're not even going to try and find an opening? I don't know, sir. I kind of like being pinned down. Oh, I need art of that. Fuck the holding. Just give me the pin art. No CG. Bullshit. I know, right? Because they already gave us CG earlier. But I would have replaced that CG, as hot as it was, for the pinned down one. Come on. It's right there. The material is right there. Raid the studio. Oh my gosh. I glare at him. I am not going to bite your hand. Oh! Bite my hand? I didn't even think of that. But you made it obvious. You put your hand over my mouth. I meant for you to try moving my hand. Pushing back a person's thumb usually causes their grip to loosen. How was I supposed to know that? Oh, it's the correct answer though! Experience is the best means of practice, as they say. I have a complaint about that particular lesson, but I withhold it. That was a pretty good attempt to love, but not good enough, I'm afraid. I wasn't expecting you to come at me like that. I was expecting sword practice! You know, like a normal person. You weren't expecting a man to kidnap you in the alleyway, were you? Damn, he's got a point. Why does he have to be right? Oh my gosh. Oh, we're bad. I glare up at him, unable to say anything because he is right. You're oddly quiet. How about shut the fuck up? It is hard to find an opening to hurt you when you are not really my enemy. Oh, snap. He does not move, but continues to stare at me. His face is close to mine. Close enough to... Close enough to what exactly? Too thirsty. I'm sure you are for multiple reasons. Go get that drink. Ugh. Nom-Nom, do you trust me to protect you? That's not the point. I need to be able to protect myself. Because you're planning on investigating the witches on your own? No, I want to be able to protect myself because I do not want you getting hurt protecting me. I leans down and I can feel his hair at my cheek. For a few moments, everything slows to a stop, and all I can hear is my heartbeat and his slow breathing. Once you set your mind to something, you don't let go, do you? Claude pulls away from me before I can respond, and he's standing again, offering me a hand. Let's get started with some sword work then. Oh, he really was going to try to be like, no, fuck this, we're not doing this lesson. The pleasant smile is back on his face. I can never tell what he's thinking at times like these. What are you really like, Claude? Who is the real Claude? What are you like? Oh, chapter 7. Thorny Rose. Oh. When I return to the market later that night, my hands are scratched and I think I might have bruises on my arms. Claude was not joking when he said he would not go easy on me. But he did compliment me more than once. Nom-Nom, I've hit you quite a few times and you haven't uttered a single complaint. Impressive. Crying is for the weak. Crying is for the weak. Though everyone should be sleeping, I notice that the light is still on at the tavern. I see Durian and Garland up and at the table, speaking with each other and laughing. If Claude had come back with me, he would be happy to see this. You two are still up? They are not even surprised when they turn to face me. Good days like this are even better when stretched. I haven't been off duty in a long time. Did you both have a good time tonight? It was great. Garland knows these little places in the town that I've never even heard of before. I noticed that Durian is more energetic than usual, her smile a little wider than normal. Kiss, kiss, fall in love. I wonder if she's drunk. Drunk on love. I'm going to get another drink. Another drink? Garland leans in toward me, his voice hushed. We already bought a replacement bottle when we were out today. We would never take anything from the market without money. Right. Is Durian drunk? Oh no, princess. Tipsy. It's like a buzz. Fades a lot quicker. Oh. Garland and I watch Durian as she refills her glass at the bar. I have to thank you, princess. I would never have asked her out if you and Karma hadn't insisted on it. So you told her? Garland looks at me with a pleased smile. I'll take that as a yes. She didn't really realize until much later. I just asked her out for food, and she thought that's all it was. Maybe Durian really did need to be told bluntly. What happened? I, told her? And... we talked and remembered old times. He sounds like an old man. And I held her hand. Oh! And we held hands. Oh! And we held hands. I noticed Garland flinch ever so slightly, but he is smiling. He looks pleased with himself. You go, Glen Coco. And the night's not over. And the night's not over yet, so... He trails off with a hopeful smile before he raises his eyebrows at me. What about you and Karma? What about us? I have asked him to train me. Train? Princess, you've asked him to teach you how to use a sword? What's this? Our princess is going to pick up a sword. Durian returns to the table, but I'm too tired to properly join in the conversation. I should leave them to their conversation and head to bed. I need to get some rest if I want to start practicing at night. I excuse myself to head upstairs. I am startled awake by excruciatingly bright light. It is momentary, and when it is over, I am sitting in my bed, dazed and confused. My eyes burn. My hand flies to the pendant around my neck, where I see the second glass slipper with another piece. Wait, what? How did... From helping Garland and Jurian get together? Not their names? Their names are a little confusing. Garland, Jurian. Urian? However you say that. Wait, is the second piece from helping them get together, though? Kind of a delayed response. Well, I guess because she needs to know. And then it should... Okay, okay. My hand flies to the pendant around my neck, where I see the second glass slipper with another piece. Ah! I just need the toe. I just need the toes. There's another piece. But when did I do another good deed? I grasp the necklace tightly in my hand as I make my way to the tavern. Everyone is doing their pre-morning chores when I get to the tavern area. I notice Karma glaring off into space, and then not far from him, the two knights. They haven't been up all night, have they? I make my way slowly over to them. Even back then, you were like some kind of shadow, weren't you? Ugh. You don't have to hide it. It was obvious you were tailing me back then. It was only because I was worried about you. I realized you really didn't have to follow me, Lan, but I'm glad you did. Lan? Jurian. Oh, shush. Fritz used to call you that, too. Lan is Garland's childhood nickname. He still gets embarrassed when I call him that. I see. So what are you two talking about? Oh, we were just reminiscing. I look at the two of them critically for a few moments, waiting for them to say something. They both exchange a glance before looking at me, confused. Well? Well, what? How did your date go last night? Garland makes a sound and turns me red. Jerry's eyebrows quirk, and then she laughs. Oh, that! It went well. So well, in fact, that you can see that the two of us are still very much enjoying each other's company. Jerry is usually busy taking her rounds around the market with a scowl on her face. She looks happier being here with Garland, more relaxed. You might even say that we're dating. Isn't it funny how red he gets, Princess? You were blushing just as much yesterday when I... One more word, Lan, and I swear I'll punch you. The two of them are both blushing now, and the scene is oddly comical. They're so fucking cute! Where's their CG art together? I want to see them together. It'd be fucking adorable. Who knew that the two great knights of the Order of Caldera could be so easily undone? Both of you are amusing to watch. The two of them stare at me, suddenly solemn-faced. I suddenly remember that one conversation the knights all had at the castle. They were talking about how they all had personal reasons for being knights, despite the fact that they all served the king. I had always thought Drury and Garland were stoic and honorable, that their only reason for becoming knights was a sense of justice. Seeing them here, though, without that stoic facade, they feel more like people. My curiosity is piqued. Do you mind if I ask what your reasons were for becoming knights? Hold on, I'm gonna check something real quick. Wait. Oh, it's like too close. Oh shit. Hey, thanks for the resubscription, Oki. Welcome. Celebration. Time to break out the kitty trees. Oh, it's been a year. Oh, wild. Thank you for being subscribed for a year. That's wild. That's wild to think about. Oh, my father was a knight. He put his life on the line for his kingdom. Jurian's father was living a legend in his own right, and he had the medals to back it up. Yeah, unfortunately. I'm sure she'll be down soon, though, because my family tends to go to bed semi-early, and they don't want her roaming around at night, so they'll close the basement door and have her down here, so she'll be down eventually. Also, if I shake the trees, I'm sure she'll come running. My father wasn't around a lot, but I always admired him. Judging by the look on Jurian's face, it is clear to me that she really loves her father. My mother died when I was young. Oh, I hear her. Actually, she's here. Hi! Did you enjoy your snack? My mother died when I was young, and because my father couldn't be around all the time to take care of me, I ended up practically living with Lan and his family. Lan always got annoyed when I called him my brother. Cause he was crushing on her even then! Oh, you're still there. I thought she moved behind me. Now I know why. Sure you wanted to follow in her father's footsteps. Then why did you join the Knights, Garland? Because he wanted to watch over me. He literally joined just for her. Oh my god, that's so cute. I never knew you blushed so easily, Garland. Garland seems to blush even harder at that, and Jarian's laughter becomes infectious. I feel amusement begin to bubble up as I watch the two of them. But a cold voice cuts through the laughter and the atmosphere like a hot blade through ice. Could you keep it down over there? I turn and see that Claude's eyes, normally so warm, are cold. His usual smile is gone, replaced with a deep scowl. Oh, we're sorry. He's still glaring at the two of them. Oh, I could tell him about the necklace. Karma, I got another piece of my necklace. Another good deed. Claude turns his gaze to me, but the frown doesn't disappear. That's nice, darling. No, he's back to calling me darling. It was love before. No. Go back to calling me love. I really liked it. I was back to... That's nice, darling. No, it's so cold. His voice is calm, but flat and lacks any enthusiasm. That felt lackluster and oddly disappointing. A good deed? Congratulations, princess. You're close to breaking your curse. What did you get the good deed for? I'm not sure, actually. Maybe it was for helping Lan confess? I hear you and Karma went out of your way to help make it happen. That happened yesterday, though. Maybe the magic was waiting to see what became of Garland and I? Claude makes a dismissive hand gesture from his table, frowning. If you two insist on being so affectionate, you should get a room. Affectionate? Jurian's smile has faded away into a dangerous scowl. Where Garland looks confused, Jurian looks notably irritated. The shadow is still there on his face. Claude does not look okay at all. Shit. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to deal with... I know he gets kind of like irritated sometimes, but I don't know. I've never had to deal with it before. I could try comforting him, but I feel like that's not it. I'll try it, but I feel like this is gonna backfire. I feel like this is gonna piss him off more. But I don't know if scolding is also gonna piss him off more. Both feel like options that are gonna make him pissed at me. And I want him to love me, damn it. Let's try the scold. It's not the one I would want to do, but let's just get out of the way to see if it makes it worse or not. It doesn't matter if something's bothering him. It isn't like him to be so rude. Irritation is no excuse for rudeness. Fine, I apologize. Happy? Yeah. He looks at me for a few moments, his expression twisted into a defiant scowl, but it doesn't hold long. Moments later, his expression softens and he looks away, almost in shame. I'm sorry. His apology sounds real. But still... Oh, why do I feel so Okay, so that was the good answer. Okay, good to know. But still, why do I feel so disappointed? Silence descends for a few moments before Claude abruptly stands up from his table. Excuse me. Claude turns briskly and heads upstairs, leaving me with the two knights. Is he maybe upset that she's getting healed from her curse and he's not? I don't know. Why is he getting so pissy? Is it because he doesn't want to teach her how to fight? Okay. Here. What if he... I mean, we already know he did not want to teach her how to fight because he's like, no, you shouldn't have to fight. But I think, even though he's like agreed to help her, I think he's like, what if she ends up like not needing me and leaves me? Because she won't have a reason to need me around if she could protect herself and she gets her curse lifted. I don't know. Some theories right now. I don't know why else he might be really pissed. We'll have to see. Wonder what's wrong with him. You think we've been running him too thin? You think we've been running him too thin because of practice? I do not think it's you two. I get the feeling that Claude holds himself back from saying what he needs sometimes. Sometimes he acts strange, distant, and recently he's getting more and more moody. Princess? Gosh, hello, I haven't seen you in several chapters. How have you been? I look over at Anise, who is smiling apologetically. Sorry to interrupt, but Mr. Broom is getting kind of restless. Time to sweep, I suppose. Well, maybe cleaning will help get my mind off of things. The rest of the day goes by slowly. I am stuck cleaning most of the day, and then serving later. At one point, I speak with Delora about the knights that had attempted to kidnap me, and she tells me that she and Parfait are meeting later to discuss their suspicions. I still do not understand what their suspicions are, when Sir Alcaster cannot possibly know who I am. Again, it's about Fritz, because Fritz remembers you. Hello? Remember? My hands are sore by the end of the night, but I still feel like I can practice with a sword. I notice that both Jurian and Garland look restless too. Garland eventually leaves for patrol, while Jurian remains at a table, looking deep in thought. I do not want to bother her, so I decide to try and find Claude. I go to his room, but find that his door is locked. Claude... Karma? Are we training tonight? No answer. My heart sinks. Is he not speaking to me? Did I do something wrong? For days, Claude stayed in his room, only leaving when he had to be on patrol. A few times I saw Parfait go into his room, but she refuses to talk about what is bothering him. I feel so useless. When Claude did appear in the tavern or out in the town, he still had that terrible grimace on his face. I really don't want to talk right now. If you're so frustrated with me, why not just ignore me? No, I'm not going to train tonight. I'm not in the right state of mind. I do not want to talk about it. Just leave me alone. Please. I am really beginning to worry about him. Today I'm in town running errands with Waltz for Parfait. It has been almost a week since Claude started acting so strangely, so I thought I needed to do something for him. I know he likes dresses, and he told me once that he likes roses. Can I really find something that will cheer him up? Perhaps he would like some jewelry. Waltz, do you remember where that jewelry store Karma likes is? I don't go there very often, so unfortunately no. Princess, is this a good deed? What you're doing right now, did you think it would be a good deed? Good deeds need to be selfless, right? Generally, yes. I doubt this will count as selfless. I am doing this to cheer Karma up. That sounds pretty selfless, but it's also so that he goes back to teaching me how to fight instead of sulking in his room. Ugh! I've heard that Karma has been teaching you how to use a sword. Why do you want to learn how to fight? Because I want to be able to protect myself, and it's not like I can use magic. At least sword fighting gives me an advantage. I'm sorry, Princess. I wish I could teach you magic, but it doesn't work when you're under a curse. But on your 18th birthday, when you become the Tenebra Bearer, you'll be able to use magic. I'll instruct you if you want me to. That would be nice. Though that does not solve my current problem. What would cheer Claude up? Walt starts chuckling beside me, and I turn to look at him, confused. Karma is important to you, isn't he? He's my partner, and he's helped me. He has also been patient with me, smiled even when I've said some really inconsiderate things to him. I'm glad, Princess, that he's your friend. My friend. Claude does not feel like a friend. It feels deep. He feels like something else. Oh, Princess, is this the one you were searching for? Waltz points to a peddler sporting different kinds of jewelry, and I instantly make my way toward it. There are all kinds of glittering things displayed, and for a few moments I feel myself drawn to everything. Then I notice the price tags. I barely have any money left from when the king gave me that pouch. I cannot afford any of this. Maybe we should do our errands first, and then look for a gift. Maybe we'll find something as we look through the stores. If I don't get Claude's gift today, I may not be able to give it to him tonight. Princess? Still feel bad about that one. Alright. Shit. I think it'd be smarter to do the errands first, but also I'm like... Get him a gift. I want to make sure he's okay. Let's look for it first. I know the errands are important, but I really need to find Claude a gift. Is it so wrong to put him first? I should be able to find him something soon. Do you have something else in mind for him? No, but I shouldn't take too long to find him something. I'll follow your lead then, Princess. The two of us walk around the town for at least an hour searching for gifts, but nothing stands out to me. I slowly feel myself becoming frustrated, knowing that I've wasted so much time. We haven't even done the errands yet. Maybe Waltz was right. We should have done the errands first. Wasted a lot of time, haven't I? We're fine, Princess. It will just take us a little longer to get back to the market. We spend a few hours gathering the supplies needed for the tavern, and only then do we start looking again for Claude's gift. Princess, I can hold more of those bags for you. It's fine. I'm used to carrying lots of bags. Does Karma make you carry them around? Yeah. Princess, you should really tell him off. He does a lot of other things for me, but next time I think I will. As long as he gets out of his room sometime soon. I really hope he does. Hey, Princess? But now the problem is finding something that he'll like. What does Claude like? Princess! Ah! There's no reason for you to shout. Walt shakes his head at me, but he's smiling. Let me offer you a deal. A deal? If you help me set up one of my puppet shows, I'll pay you. You earn money from your puppet shows? Wait, okay, hold on. I'm gonna do I don't need to do a save. I'm just gonna do a load, and then we'll see if the other one is better. Let's run the errands first. Well, that's a good point. We might find something while we do the errands, and then we can get them out of the way. Besides, it's not right for me to put Claude above everyone else. Oh! Of course, that was the correct one. Of course it was. I need to listen to my gut more. We spent a few hours gathering supplies needed for the tavern, only then do we start looking again for Claude's gift. Okay, so, same shit here. Okay, I get tips, so what do you say? I won't go easy on you, though. Yes, I'll help you. What? You agreed so quickly. Why do you seem so surprised? I was just thinking that everyone's right. You've really changed, Princess. Maybe having Karma as a partner really was a good idea. Being partners with Claude may have changed me for the better, but I doubt I'd have done the same for him. I'm sure Karma would be very happy that you were buying him a gift. Receiving gifts from admirers isn't the same thing as you getting him something. Ugh. Also, this is weird. Typically, I mean, you can't see it because my webcam's blocking it. But typically Steam will do alerts in the bottom corner of the screen, but they've been popping up in the top corner, and I don't know why that is, if Steam changed something recently, or, because I didn't mess anything in certain, like, I didn't touch any settings or anything to have it pop up in this top corner here where my webcam is, because it used to always be down here, so I'm like, I mean, I don't mind that my face is blocking it. I mean, no one else needs to know who of my Steam friends are doing what, but like, I don't know. It's just weird. It's a weird change. I'm not used to it. He receives gifts from admirers. For a few moments, I think about the woman who chased us in town a few weeks ago, and I feel a little unpleasant stab in my heart. Small things. A man will treat him to a dessert every so often. I saw a lot of it when we did errands together. I always make Karma accept those gifts without killing the man. Killing the man is dramatic, but sounds like Karma. He punched Rumple when he asked him to marry him, joke or not. Karma wears his disguise to be convincing, then gets angry when people fall for it. He's still very much a child. You know how he is. He doesn't like being flirted with. Waltz, do you know anything else about Karma's curse? His curse? He never really talks about it. Claude may be even more stubborn than me if he is not letting anyone help him with his curse. Waltz and I continue our search for a gift. Waltz tells me that I can look for something a bit more expensive and that he'll just put me to work on another date by helping him with his puppets. I return to the jewelry parlor we found earlier. Hello, madame, sir, what can I help you with today? Do you have any sort of rose-shaped jewelry here? The man refers me to a box full of many different rose-shaped earrings. He then shows me necklaces, and I realize belatedly that it is as if I am searching for something for Miss Karma, not Claude. I mean, fair, but men can rock jewelry too. I'm just I scan the glass, nearly in defeat, before a little rose catches my attention in the back of the display window. It has a chain connected to it, but doesn't seem long enough to be a necklace. What's that one? That's our simple rose pendant, madame. It comes with a chain, but it can also be pinned on the chest. The man takes it out of the display case so I can look at it. Oh, it's so pretty. This is fancy, but not completely flashy. I feel a little click as I press my fingers to the pendant, and I realize that it can also open. Oh yes, you can also put something small inside of it. Oh, look at her face. Oh, she's so happy. This is perfect. I look at the price tag, and after making sure that it's not too expensive, I pay the shopkeeper. Waltz pays him the additional fee, and then we walk back toward the market together. When we return to the market, I go to my room to tuck the locket into a drawer before I head to the tavern to finish the rest of my chores. Just as I expected, Claude is not downstairs today either. Jerry and Garland have taken to training with each other, though they seem agitated that Claude is not helping them. To be fair, he doesn't have to help them all the time, but also I get it, like he just kind of shut down and just went like, nope. At the end of the day, I hurry to my room where I write a few words on a piece of paper that I put into the locket. A normal rose would have withered, so I offer this one instead in heartfelt thanks. Oh, she's so smooth. I hold the locket tightly in my hand and start toward Claude's room. Why is my heart beating so fast? I'm just giving him a gift. I pause at Claude's door, remembering the last time I entered his room. I am sure it's okay if I just go in. I open up the door to Claude's room, which is thankfully not locked, and step inside. Claude is sitting motionless in front of his mirror, shoulders slumped as he stares at his reflection. He's shirtless, and there's that tattoo. It seems different. Claude does not notice me at first. I notice that his hand goes to the tattoo over his chest, and then I hear him heave a heavy sigh. Slowly, I close the door behind me. It clicks, and that is when he suddenly turns to look at me. At first, there's just shock on his face, and then suddenly, anger. Again. Why do you do this again, Nom-Nom? I think it should just be like the give you something, but I just want to save because I'm paranoid. I tightly grip the locket in my hands as I stare at him. This was so important, so very essential that you once again missed knocking on my door for a simple delivery. His voice slices through my heart. I wanted it to be a surprise. I am not in the mood for surprises, princess. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Okay. Breathe. In no time at all, Claude is suddenly right in front of me, his hands outstretched on either side of me, pinning me to the wall against the door. Of course, men always have to go for this move. I don't know why. I don't know why. Also, I like the little detail. I gotta hide my webcam. Of like, look, the hand is there and you can just barely see it out of the corner of your eye. But anyway. I don't know. Just, what is happening? What is happening? Claude, can we be good again? His face is so close, his expression so fierce that I cannot even bring myself to think of a way out. The only thing I could do is stare at him levelly, without getting angry, without crying. Will not show any weakness. Why? Why aren't you struggling or screaming at me? That's what the Nom-Nom that I know would do. But then you do not know me as much as you think you do. And you know nothing about me. I already have a retort prepared when I stop, realizing that he is right. I barely know anything about him. No, I don't. But I'd like to. Why do you insist on poking your nose into others' business? We're partners. It's the only reason. It has to be. I am supposed to help you, so why do you keep secrets from me? Help me? His lips quirk, but his smile is sardonic. Claude, I want to help you. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting a little uncomfortable. I feel like my soul is being stared into, and I'm uncomfy. I am very uncomfy. Granted, beautiful green eyes, but also I'm like, it's too much direct eye contact for me, an introvert. I'm like, panic. In the silence that descends between us, I find. Hold on. It did not give me a good sign. I need a load. Hold on. I'm not. Hold on. What does this do? I came to give him something, but I also want to speak with him. I haven't seen Claude in a while. This already sounds better. Why? Because you've been doing everything by yourself lately. You came to complain? No, I wanted to check on you. Yeah, this already sounds better. Yeah, okay. Good thing I went back before I got too deep into the conversation. Princess, can you not read the mood? You could have, at the very least, knocked. And then he does the shit again. Okay. Cool. Skip! In the oh, right. In the silence that descends between us, I find that I cannot help but look at Claude's tattoo, at the thorns twirling around the rose. It is beautiful, but it also seems lethal. When I glance at Claude again, he looks crestfallen, his eyes glittering like he might be on the verge of tears. Secrets are secrets for a reason, Princess. You should know that. If I could speak about them, I would, but I can't. And you bursting into my room without any notice only makes it harder. Harder for what? Princess, you can't imagine what this all feels like. What is he talking about? Like, and that woman thought we were meant to be. What? Wait, what? Wait, the witch? The witch that cursed you? Is that it? She was so lovely. Her smile is bright as the sun. Claude's eyes are far away. That's why... Never again. But then you ruined everything, Nom-Nom. You cut me down like... I push my hands against Claude's chest, catching him off guard and forcing him to stumble back. I cannot take any of this. If I've ruined everything, then I'll just leave. You can have all of the time in the world to yourself then. The locket I bought for him burns in my hand, and I end up throwing it at his feet. Nom-Nom, wait! I ignore him as I run from the room. When I return to my room and lock my door, I feel too hollow inside for tears. It hurts to breathe when I think of Claude. I eventually manage to fall asleep, but only have snatches of restless dreams when my eyes finally close. Oh! It's been a while since we've had the dreams of us and our terrible mother. Mother, are you and Father in true love? Like the fairy tales? I thought I forbid you to speak of fairy tales. Have you been reading them? No, Mother. I overheard someone in the palace talking about them today. Then I shall have to find that person and make sure they know what an appropriate topic of conversation in the palace is. Yeah, Nom-Nom. I know, right? This is where the pigtails are. But Mother, the true love and fairy tale sounds so nice. Do you think I can fall in true love with the prince? Dearest one, true love like that does not exist. But the love between a mother and her child is the truest kind. It cannot be replicated by anything else. All other kinds of love is an illusion. My love is all you will ever need. Do you understand me, my heart? Yes, Mother. Yeah, really weird. Really weird. Chapter 8, The Lost Prince. Keep your stance straight, princess. Jurian gives me the warning, but too late on purpose. I can see the smile on her face as she effortlessly slides past my defenses and taps me on the shoulder with her wooden sword. I got you. Again. For the last few days, I have been practicing with Jurian and Garland because Claude still hasn't come out of his room. The knights offered to train me, and right now they are teaching me about ways to hold a sword. This is slow, but Claude did tell me I wouldn't be able to master the sword so quickly. Claude. He made me so angry that one day that I could not even properly give him my gift. Yet I still feel sad that he's not here teaching me himself. Come on, princess, focus. I jolt out of my reverie and nod at Jurian. Okay. I ready myself for her next strike and once again get tapped, this time on the hip. Garland takes over after Jurian, and then we do rounds where I try to hit them with certain strikes. They are both good at teaching, but it does not feel the same as Claude's instruction. His lessons seemed less like they were out of a book. Don't worry, princess. It always starts out slow. Lan was just as slow as training, but look at him now. Garland whips his head around in Jurian's direction, his face turning deep red. Jurian, that nickname. But you're so much fun to tease, Lan. She beams at him and then laughs at his embarrassed face. Our practice goes on for a few more minutes before the knights tell me to wrap up for the night. I think I'm going to stay out here for a little bit. Princess, you know it's dangerous out here at night. If I don't return in 10 minutes, you can come back and check on me. Jurian seems unconvinced, but she eventually nods. Fine, but keep your guard up, princess. I watch the two knights as they head back. I see Garland put his arm around Jurian's waist, pulling her closer. Ah, they're being cute. I turn away from the sight, ignoring the heavy feeling in my stomach. I'll just practice the swings for 5 more minutes. The only thing I hear in the clearing while I practice is my shallow breathing and the wind in my ears. Something breaks my concentration, however. I see a glimmer of color in the forest, and I instantly stop, my hands growing tense on the wooden sword. What was that? I glance around at my surroundings, and then I freeze when I feel a hand on my shoulder. I can feel someone's breath on my neck. This all feels familiar. Is this Claude? Yep. And then turn and point your sword at him! I am pretty sure I recognize Claude's hand, but because I know it's him, I also know what he'd want me to do. I duck away from his hand and turn quickly to point my sword. The tip of the wood is at his neck, and for a few stunned moments, I think I've won. Even Claude looks surprised. It's really him. But then Claude's hands have moved, and he has one hand over my wrist and the other on my sword. Ah! Yes. Yes. Good, Nom-Nom. You realized you had an opening, but you broke your concentration. Claude. Claude removes his hands, allowing me to lower my sword. I'm sorry, Nom-Nom. I feel my breath catch in my throat when Claude holds out the rose pendant that I got for him. I feel my cheeks flush. You accidentally left this beautiful thing in my room when Well, I came to return it. Return it? Oh, he doesn't realize it was a gift. He thought we just chucked something of ours. Yes, you left it in my room, and so I only thought it appropriate to bring it back to you. Does he really think I left it there on accident? Why would I leave it in your room on accident? What? I bought it for you, and I wanted to give it to you, but you were acting so strangely, and... Claude's eyes widened, the surprise clear on his face. Nom-Nom, you bought this for me. Why does he look so shocked? He's just like, what? People doing nice things for me? No, it can't be. It's like me. Like, all the time. Claude looks at me in awe for a few moments. His eyes go back down to the locket. He traces a finger around the intricate shape, his eyebrows slowly furrowing. It's to thank you for everything that you've done for me. Nom-Nom. This is beautiful. He lets the chain fall through his fingers as he stares at the rose pendant with adoration. I feel my heartbeat stutter as he turns to regard me with the same gentle smile. Oh, no! Too close! Too close! Too close! Ah! He leans forward and my breathing stops as he reaches out to hold up my glass slipper necklace. He's standing so close to me. You really are a good person, Nom-Nom. You completed your second good deed. I think some kind of congratulations is in order. Is there anything you want that I can give to you? I look up at him and notice that Claude's smile doesn't reach his eyes. He still looks so sad. I feel like there is so much that I want from Claude, but I do not want to ask for something that might make him sad. Fuck if I know! What kind of choices are these? I mean... This feels more selfless than this one. Granted, fuck you. I love my hugs. I love hugs. But also, I feel like... This is the more selfless, like, because I want you to, like, genuinely smile. You know? Like, I don't know. We'll see, I guess. I don't know. Claude looks at me, his expression puzzled. He chuckles softly. But I am smiling. No, I want a real smile. One that isn't so sad. Ah, you saw right through me. We have been partners for long enough. How about this one? He smiles a little awkwardly, and the quirk of his lips looks more embarrassed than bright. I raise an eyebrow in confusion. No need for that look, darling. I really do appreciate your worry for me. Oh, wait. Hold on. I need to load real quick. Okay, it's starting to get serious, but I need to see if the other option was better. Hug! Huh? Claude looks at me in surprise. He thinks I'm being foolish for making such a request, doesn't he? I shouldn't have said anything. Before I could say anything else, Claude takes a step forward and wraps me in his arms. Ugh! He pulls me toward him, and in those moments of silence, all I can hear is his heartbeat resounding in his chest. I feel his warmth all around me, and his fingers clasp gently at my back. I feel so strange. My heart is racing, my knees feel weak. Ah! 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 There's the jewel, and there's his blushing face. Ah! Okay, apparently I was wrong. I misinterpreted the options. This is why visual novels are so hard, because you're like, oh, this must mean this. And then they're like, nope, you picked the stupid one. And I'm like, but you give... visual novels are hard. Something like this. He speaks right into my ear. Ah! No, just imagining that. I'm so embarrassed. Ooh. Okay. It is a surprisingly pleasant feeling. Suddenly, Claude makes a noise of distress as he steps away from me. All of the warmness that was pressed against me 1 moment ago is gone. Oh! Okay, back to the serious topic now. Karma suddenly stops, eyes wide. He puts his hand on his chest and takes a step away from me, his fingers clutching at the fabric of his shirt. No! No! Why do I have to have art where he's in pain? I don't want my boy in Claude has a pained expression on his face, only making me more anxious. Not now. Claude, are you okay? What's wrong? Nom-Nom, don't worry about it. Bullshit! He lowers his hand with the pained smile slowly fading from his face. This does little to reassure me. Was it my fault you were locked in your room for so long? You just look so pained to be anywhere near me. No, most definitely not. I was feeling under the weather. And also bitter. Bitter? Why would he feel bitter? But it's not for you to worry about, darling. For now, we should head back. It's late and you need rest. I just got back from patrol, so I'd like to rest as well. Is there anything else I can do for you? No, sweet Nom-Nom, you've already done enough for me. He clutches the rose locket to his chest and sighs out a little with a gentle smile. Okay, that was kind of weirdly phrased. This smile feels real to me. This is a beautiful gift, and I will treasure it always. Thank you, Nom-Nom. Now, shall we head back? I nod at him and we silently walk back to the market. When we make it back to the tavern, I feel tired, but also lighter than I have for weeks. Claude wishes me a good night before slowly walking off to his room, holding the rose locket I gave him tightly. It's cute, but it's sad because something's going on with his curse. He's not allowed to have romantic feelings or something. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck his curse is about. I'm so confused. Today I am walking around town to do some errands with Claude. It has been quite a while since we have done this. Though we are here to run errands, there is also something else that drew me into town today. Yesterday, Waltz came back to the market and told us of an announcement the king was making today. Apparently the announcement had been posted for at least a week's time, but Waltz had only caught on to it after hearing about it from the crowds after one of his puppet shows. I am not sure what this announcement entails, but I feel that I need to see the king make it with my own eyes. I could see more people milling about than usual, which means most of them must be waiting for the king to speak. I have a bad feeling about this. It is not strange for the king to make announcements, but this feels so sudden. With everything else that's happened to me, I feel on edge. Wow, Nom-Nom, you made these bags sound a lot lighter than they'd actually be. Stop complaining, Miss Karma. You get valuable experience out of carrying bags. She's making him do work! Yes! Seeing Claude complain is amusing, especially since I know he can handle the load. I feel like a servant. What does that make me when you made me carry all those bags before? An assistant? I roll my eyes at him. We're both working at the market, you know. And then the thought strikes me. What do you even do at the market? Claude looks surprised at my question, but then he quickly smiles at me. I train the knights, of course. I also attract customers with my beautiful reputation. I start laughing, and Claude's face flushes. Darling, I get the feeling you're laughing at me. I wonder. I get so excited every time she genuinely smiles because it's like, oh my gosh, she's growing. We finish up the rest of our errands and then sit down in the town plaza to rest. Claude leaves briefly and then returns with a slice of cake for both of us to share as a snack. I have a lot of things I want to ask him, and now feels like the right time to do so. May I ask you a question? Of course, darling, anything. Do you enjoy dressing like a woman? I don't mind it, really. I appreciate the beauty in anything. You girls get to wear quite an assortment of lovely dresses and makeup. It's quite beautiful. I feel more comfortable in my own clothes, but I don't mind dresses. I guess if you've had to wear a dress for so long, you get used to it. I have another question. And what would that be? When I was in your room the other day, you spoke about a woman. Were you talking about the witch who cursed you? Oh no, the woman I was talking about. He suddenly goes silent and lowers his head. His expression fades into something more melancholy, and I feel my heart lurch. Maybe I shouldn't have brought this up. To my surprise, Claw continues talking. Shortly after I came to NGL, there was a woman that I met whose smile was as radiant as sunshine. She was beautiful, and when she laughed, everything felt right about the world. Reading him talk about her makes me feel uncomfortable. Am I jealous? Damn. God watches me quietly, as if he is measuring my expression. Eventually, he goes back to speaking. I knew her for many months. Time passed, and I thought we were truly in love. And then He goes silent for a few moments, his eyes distant, his expression pained. Well, something's happened, and I realized she only loved me because of my curse. She was drawn to me just as any other woman is. Oh, damn. Oh, that makes me feel bad. Oh. She seemed so genuine in comparison to the other women, but in the end... Claude trails off and lets out an exasperated sigh. You were truly in love with her? I was. I've dated many women, but I've never fallen in love with someone who has honestly loved me back. So then the last person he loved was that one woman. Claude looks at me, and for a few moments he does not speak. Nom-Nom, do you mind if I ask you a question? No, I don't mind. Have you ever loved anyone? Yeah, long story short, he's been, so everyone, a lot of the main cast here have fairy tale curses, it's called. You're cursed with a specific fairy tale story that's based off of, though there might be twists to it. For example, she has the Cinderella curse, and while normally it's a poor person becoming a rich person who's like super kind and like just loves everyone, and you know, she finds her prince in the end, she was an ice cold like person who was a princess already. Like that's why everyone calls her princess, because she was a princess, but then they cursed her to then have to become poor because everyone forgets who she is. If you're not cursed, you don't know at all who her original identity was. She just becomes a random poor person, and she has to fulfill 3 good deeds in order to break the curse and no longer be like Cinderella, basically. This guy, I don't know yet what story his is based off of. I assume either Sleeping Beauty or Beauty and the Beast. Those are my 2 guesses, with the rose theme and stuff, but I don't know which. They haven't clarified yet. But his curse is that because he's already so like beautiful as a guy, any woman who looks at him like immediately is like infatuated and like kind of zombie obsessed with like stan mode basically, and they're all like love him and want to talk to him, but of course it's not genuine love, it's just infatuation. So he disguises himself as a woman and drinks a potion to make himself sound like a woman, so he can just be in public without women being like, we love you, and he's like, oh fuck. So he can blend in better and just enjoy being out, if he's dressed as a woman and acts like a woman. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I feel bad for him, but yeah. And of course he's gorgeous both as a woman and a man, and like my bi panic is like, ah! Ah! Screaming. I was a little disappointed because I thought it was gonna be like an actual like woman. I'm like, gay relationship, but it's not. So, but still, it's fun. I like this route so far. My mother, of course. I was referring to a romantic kind of love. Romantic kind of love? What does that kind of love feel like? Yeah, I was hoping to. I was just like, oh, damn it. Allow me to enlighten you. He smiles at me, and it is surprisingly genuine. It can feel simultaneously like floating and sinking. Your heart stutters and you worry about small things, about offending this other person in some way. You wonder if they'll like what you're wearing, or if they would prefer a sandwich to a casserole when you treat them for dinner. You begin to find beauty in all of the things that they do. Their presence makes you feel complete in a way you had never thought of before. You try to imagine life without that person and find that you cannot. To even consider such a thing is painful, so much so that it feels like it might break your heart. Claude continues talking about my mind, but my mind is already whirling. Though he phrases things in a way that still feels unnecessarily dramatic, I feel a tinge of similarity. Things he's describing. But those are the things I feel when I am with him. Oh, snap! First time love! Before I can say anything, we hear the sound of hooves and the both of us turn. Damn it! They're cut off. I could see a procession of knights along with the king on his horse. He normally rides into town like this, but today he's not smiling and there are way too many knights riding with him. And is that... Sir Cast? Oh gosh. Well, I guess that's our villain of the story. Sir Alcaster? Let us go find a place to stand and watch. As you wish. Claude walks with me into the crowd gathering around the cane, and we find a spot to spectate at the very edge, closer to the alleyways. My beloved citizens of Angiel, I have come before you today to make an important announcement. Ever since I was given this crown, I have sworn to live my life for the people, and to rule in all fairness, so that our kingdom could enjoy great peace. The crowd breaks into applause. I stare at the cane, an uneasy feeling in my stomach when I notice that there is sadness in his eyes, though he is smiling. Then I notice Sir Alcaster appears to be hiding a smile. Yeah, you're not hiding the villainous well, are you? I do not like where this is going. Is the crown... Is he making someone else king? So confused. What? The king's speech goes on for long minutes after that, with him detailing the commitments he made, the goals he set, and finally, his love for the people. It definitely sounds like you're gonna be like, but now your new king is this person because I can't do it anymore. Watch. The audience around us claps and cheers, but Claude and I are silent. Something is not right. I nod in response. To this day, I keep this promise. I would never break this oath, for it is the foundation on which I rule. The audience claps again, but I am silent, watching the cane intently. They're clapping a lot. Like, can we just shh and listen? Shh, listening skills. Unfortunately, the unwelcome news that I bring to you today gives me the reason to hand this foundation over to someone else. What? I called it. I have fallen terminally ill. No. The king's proclamation is met with shocked and angry chattering from the audience. I cannot hear anything that is being said over the cacophony of voices, but I know that the audience is dissenting. I stiffen as I stare at the king. He is lying. I could tell by the firm set of his jaw and the way his eyes flicker across the crowd faster than they ought to. The king has lied to me so many times before that I can recognize when he does it. Oh damn, that's sad. I know that this unfortunate news must come as a shock, but this is an illness for which there is no current cure. As for the question of my successor, he trails off for a few moments, and I think I see something in his eyes that hints at urgency, but I am not sure why. Brown Princess Emmeline is unmarried and still too young to rule on her own. I feel a pain of irritation and confusion. Another lie. Emmeline could rule just fine with the helps of Sir Mithros and the others. After much thought, I have come to the conclusion that our kingdom, which still continues to face danger from the witches, is best put in the capable hands of the commander of the Order of Caldera, Sir Alcaster. What? I cannot hide my shock. The rest of the audience reacts similarly, their sudden outburst a testament to their confusion. While I will be providing support and assistance from the sidelines, I cannot in all good grace continue to wear this crown when I know I cannot serve my people as they deserve. Simply put, I believe that the witches have gained more power in the recent months, and that Sir Alcaster is best suited to deal with these conflicts. I wonder if Sir Alcaster is somehow blackmailing him. Some kind of fashion. I don't know how, but some kind of fashion. The fairy tale curse runs more rampant these days, and there have been more reports of incidents involving magic. The murmuring continues, except now the townsfolk sound panicked. This cannot be true. I do not miss the reluctance in the king's next words. Sir Alcaster has also suggested a number of remedies to our laws, especially concerning our security and work hours. I believe that Sir Alcaster can better rule this country in these turbulent times. Please show him all the love and loyalty you have shown me. That bastard. Claude has a foul expression on his face, and his words feel heavy, in a low whisper. I know the king. He takes every duty upon himself, and he would never hand his crown to someone else. Once Sir Alcaster comes to stand on the podium, he silences them with a glare. Citizens of Andriel, I swear to you that I will serve you as well as Gennaro has. That being said, I also believe some changes will need to be made immediately, because I have been dreaming of taking over the crown. Humbly preparing, in case I ever somehow came into power for no particular reason whatsoever. So Alcaster continues to speak. He mentions things like curfews for safety, extended work hours, and additional taxes to go toward the knights, but I am slowly beginning to block out the drone of his voice. What is going on? Sir... No. Alcaster must have done something to force the king into this charade. The king stays behind Alcaster with his hands clasped, his eyes alert, but there is a helplessness to them that I have never seen before. It isn't long before the crowd's unsettled murmuring becomes agitated whispering. I am stunned when Claude cups his hand to his mouth and starts shouting. There is only one king! King Gennaro! Claude grips my hand and starts leading me around the outskirts so that people cannot spot him as he continues his shout. The crowd begins to chant along with Claude, and then they draw nearer to the stage where my father and Alcaster are standing. There is only one king, King Gennaro! There is only one king, King Gennaro! Let's go, Nom-Nom. The crowd is right next to the platform now, and the chant carries on. Claude pulls me behind him, but my mind is on my father and on his desperate eyes. Hours later, the Markin's tavern is chaotic. People are talking over each other, trying to relay the scene that they saw in town today. Every visitor here is talking about what they witnessed. I have been in a corner of the room this entire time, trying to understand everyone, but failing. Delora and Parfait are not here to calm all of this chaos. Hey, princess, how are you feeling? I almost jump when I hear Rumpel's voice. Surprised? I can feel when the damsel is in distress, milady. I am really not in the mood for your flirting, Rumpel. Oh, my apologies. I thought you might have wanted some cheering up. Where's your partner? He went out to town to survey the situation. Karma doesn't do anything around the tavern, but he does a whole lot for you, doesn't he? I suppose it's the least a man in love can do. I feel myself blush. What is Rumpel going on about? Princess, you're pink! I am not. My mind feels all scrambled now. This is all Rumpel's fault. Thankfully, before Rumpel could continue talking, the door opens and Delora walks inside to call all the Markin boarders into the reception room. Gosh, there's so much plot happening. I'm like, yay, let's go. Story time. When I step into the reception room, I am surprised to see two familiar figures standing beside Parfait. It's the sister now here too! Oh snap! And Rod, it's been forever. It's been like several chapters at the very least. Emma, Lane, and Rod. Both of them look downtrodden and discouraged. Oh, okay. Bye, cat. Everyone is noticeably shocked as they step inside. The prince and princess, where did they come from? What is happening at the palace? What of Queen Ophelia? Oh, was the queen held against her will? Was she oh no. We need silence in the room, everyone. Delora raises her voice, effectively causing everyone to pause. She glances at Parfait, who nods and then turns to look at Rod and Elaine. Oh, excuse me. Oh, thank you. Posture check, and definitely need a hydrate. All this voice acting is killing me. More like reading the voice acting, but you know what I mean. Okay. Need that open. On this. Princess Elaine, if you would tell everyone what you told Delora and I. The room is unnaturally quiet as Elaine begins her story. She starts with the events of 1 week ago. In the middle of a family dinner, Alcastar burst in with soldiers and seized her, Rod, and Ophelia in front of the king. Sir Alcastar said if the king didn't hand over his crown, he would kill us. We had no idea a coup would be staged. Well, they were warned. Jurian and Garland were like, hey, hello, Alcastar's being weird, I think. I think it was them, or was it other knights? I know Fritz was like, hey, something's up, but of course no one listens. The three of them were taken down to the prison cells, with Ophelia taken to a separate cell. Sir Fitzgerald helped us escape, but only just barely. Oh, of course, he's such a good boy. Of course he did. Fritz, you openly disobeying your father? I hope that he is safe. Alcastar wanted to kill the king. I'm sure that he still will. But he has no reason to. The king has already handed over his crown. I speak before even realizing. Everyone stares at me, including Rod and Elaine. Alcastar is a foul man. I only think he usurped the throne now without violence because he wants less resistance from the people. He never spoke up to my father before. Did you just say father? Oh, sorry, wrong person. Did you just say father? It's a long story, Elaine looks between Rod and I, her expression confused. You know each other? We do. Elaine looks like she wants to say something, but she remains silent. Our mother is still inside the palace. We need to save her somehow. And Sir Fitzgerald! What happened to Fritz? We don't know. He helped us escape, but we were spotted at the last minute. He told us to run ahead and leave him behind. Oh no. We didn't see him again after that, and we couldn't just wait, so Rod brought me here. Right now, we need to piece together the situation as quickly as we can, and then we need to figure out a way to save the king. I knew Alcastar was up to something. Okay, yeah, it was them. But I never thought it would escalate into this. Jurian, what do you know about this? Garland and I weren't stripped of our titles because we disobeyed Alcastar's orders. It was because we overheard Alcastar plotting something and tried to tell the king of his plot. Yep, I remembered correctly. We gave him a warning, but the king did not believe us, now with Alcastar and Mythros whispering in his ears. The king didn't think Alcastar was possible of such a betrayal. He thought we were trying to turn him against Alcastar for our own gain. Even when they were the most loyal people as F. Oh my gosh, this fucking king was stupid. Well, I mean, I don't blame him fully, but like, come on. Why would they make this shit up? Why? Why? And so Alcastar stripped us of our titles and banished us from the palace. Lady Parfait found us, and while we were happy to help out as the tavern, we also intended to eventually do something about the mess in the palace. So Alcastar has been planning to do this all this time? When we part for the night, Parfait and Delora take Rod and Elaine to a room that they can share. It has been decided that they will be harbored here at the market, a place that Elaine apparently knew about but never came to because she wasn't cursed. Well, Rod did say that his family knew he was cursed. I noticed Elaine looking at me many times throughout the night, but she never asked me anything. The next few days are a muddled mess. Everyone is busy trying to find out what happened and what could be done to help the king. I am sweeping the tavern half-heartedly one day, my thoughts on everything but my chores. Everyone's been trying to do something to help out the last few days. Though I've gone on quite a few trips into town with Claude to search for information, I haven't been able to find much. I feel so useless. I am finally on my break, so I decided to go into the reception room to rest. When I step inside, I notice Emmeline sitting on the couch. She waves me over as soon as she sees me. She hasn't really openly spoken to me since she has been here. Parfait and Delora have been trying to hide her so as not to cause a ruckus in the market. Rumors are dangerous now. You're Nom-Nom, right? Yes. Rod told me about your curse. He said that you're the king's blood daughter. Really sorry. I am shocked by Emmeline's sudden outburst. What? I didn't mean to, but I took your place. How could I forget my own sister? We're not blood related. That doesn't matter. I would love you regardless. Emmeline was always trying to take me out and do things with me back when I was still in the palace. I distanced myself from her because I thought the king loved her more than he loved me. I still think that maybe he does. We weren't close. I barely spoke to you, or to Rod. Didn't he tell you that? He did. But perhaps now we can turn over a new leaf? Emmeline is as stubborn as always. I have more things to worry about than being her friend. I have to go. I'll walk off before the conversation could continue. If I hadn't been cursed and remained in the palace, would Sir Alcaster have taken me hostage too? The hours tick by as the tavern is emptied for the day. Delora calls everyone together to explain what she and Parfait have pieced together about the situation. Alright everyone, we've come upon some new information. The first is that Alcaster has cracked down on the riots in town. Anyone seen protesting his rule is thrown into prison. That must be a lot of prisoners. He always valued the people's opinions. Alcaster does not want opinions. He only wants to rule with an iron fist. Our patrols have shown that there is overall more security in the palace and around the town. They have been charged with keeping people quiet in whatever ways they possibly can. As we heard from the prince and princess, things are more turbulent in the palace. The king is still alive, but it's unlikely he will stay that way for very long. That's why he said he had like a incurable illness, so that when he did die, it wouldn't be so mysterious. It would just be like, oh, he fell to his illness, oh no. One thing is clear, given Alcaster's motives to take over the kingdom, I doubt he will rest until that king is dead. The king's men have turned against him, and even if there are loyal soldiers still left in the palace, we cannot contact them right now. Rescuing the king and queen will be on us then. We just so happen to have people in this tavern that have a shot at rescuing them. Prince Rod has the key to a secret passage we can use to break into the palace. Secret passageway? But only the king and the commander of the knights have the key to that passage. So how did they get a copy? Who's going to join us on this mission? Jurian and Garland both volunteer immediately, followed shortly by Claude and Waltz. I'll go too. The room goes quiet as I step forward and volunteer. Princess, we can't just allow you to put yourself in danger. I look at Claude, who is staring at me, shocked. I took up the sword so I could protect those I care about. Princess, you don't have nearly enough practice. But I can help. I still have time to learn. I agree with Parfait, Princess. The palace isn't the place for you to try out your newfound sword skills. Then you may as well chain me up, because I refuse to stay here while you all go save the king. Princess. Well, she has been practicing with the rest of us. Don't encourage her, Jurian. But it's not like any of us can stop her anyway. You're right. The princess is quite stubborn. Claude agrees with Jurian, but I can tell that he does not like the idea of me going along with them. If only we had the time to get reinforcements from Karma's country. Karma's country? Brugantia. How is it possible that a Brugantian citizen can simply ask for reinforcements? I'm the prince there. Karma is the crown prince of Brugantia. There is some shuffling in the room as everyone turns to gawk at Claude. Rumpel, Anise, Rod, and Emmeline all look shocked by this revelation. You're the lost prince? lost prince. Sounds like such a tragedy, doesn't it? Anissa looks distressed as she fiddles her thumbs. All this time and I never knew. I'm so sorry, Your Highness. There's no need for formalities, Anise. But I am the lost prince, after all. I keep my lineage a secret because right now, I am just a normal commoner. But you're the prince! Couldn't you still ask for reinforcements? Even if I did ask for reinforcements, I'm pretty sure they would never come in time. Besides, I can't go back to my kingdom yet. I cannot go back while he's still cursed. The conversation continues in a more solemn tone. Eventually, we start speaking of our plan to enter the palace. When the details are all finalized, I repeat everything myself to make certain that I know what is meant to happen. Waltz will lead us to the palace then. Jurian and Garland will follow right behind him, watching for the most immediate enemies. Leave it to us. We'll deal with all resistance before it touches you, Princess. Carmen will be watching from the back, along with Delora. A witch and a prince for backup. Delora smiles wryly. Claude rolls his shoulders. I'd like to think of us as more the closing act. Though if all goes according to plan, we will have no need for either the opening or closing act. It is a small task force, which is better. The smaller the better. The last thing we want is to be noticed. We decide to meet again over the course of the next week to finalize our plan and carefully survey the situation in town before parting. Claude is taken to training me, Jurian, and Garland at the same time. Just the other day, he had all of us attack him together. Even though I am nowhere near as good as the trained knight, I still managed to hit him once. I feel like things are coming to some sort of conclusion, and yet I still haven't done 3 good deeds. Today we finalize our plans for getting into the palace. We have mapped out where the Cain and Ophelia must be in the prisons, where the guards might be positioned, and how we plan on sneaking in. I sit down on my bed and am about to lay down when I hear something. He's back to calling me love instead of darling. Yay! That's all I wanted. Hello, love. Ah! My, you're red. Were you thinking about me? I noticed that he has one hand on his chest tonight, but then he has been doing that more often lately. I notice it during practices and sometimes when I catch his eyes. Is he sick? Darling? No, go back to love! I shake myself at the sound of Claude's voice. What if I was changing? You could have knocked. Yes. I'm not even gonna lie. Definitely thirst. Well, you didn't seem to have any problem when you walked in on me changing without announcing yourself. That's different. He strolls inside and steps closer to me. He smiles at me mischievously. Oh, how so? Cat got your tongue? Claude shakes his head, his smile softening. I really didn't mean to come in to disturb you. I just have something important I needed to say to you. Claude kneels in front of me and furrows his eyebrows. I don't like the dark lighting. It makes me, no, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad, isn't it? Because it's dark lighting. I know it's like the shadow, but like, I'm worried. I want to insist you reconsider going to the palace with us. As Parfait and Delora have said many times, it will be dangerous. Nothing you say is going to change my mind. I want to do what I can to help everyone. Yes, and that terrifies me. Terrifies you? If your stubbornness leads to you putting your neck out there for someone, I would never forgive myself for your injuries. If you want to help me, stay here, where you'll be safe. I'm not some damsel that needs to be protected. Nom-Nom, all I want is for you to stay safe, so that when we save your father, you can face him with a smile. I won't be able to face my father unless I am one of the people to save him. Stubborn as always. Sigh, irritation welling up in my stomach at the look on Claude's face. He's calling me stubborn, but he's being stubborn about this. You said I've improved with my sword fighting. You have even proved so much because of your resilience and drive, and because you're genuinely interested. It's because I have a good teacher. Your compliment is gentle music to my ears. Your compliments mean a lot to me, Nom-Nom. My eyes fixate on his soft smile, and at the gentle crinkles at his eyes, I'm looking like embarrassed, smiling, blushy. Focus! Our eyes lock, and for a few moments, I'm aware of a slight energy between us. What the fuck, I can't focus. My cheeks hurt. I'm trying to repress a smile. I glance away hurriedly, not entirely sure of what would happen if I kept staring at him. My heart beats unsteadily in my chest. Earlier today, I comforted your sister when she started crying about the things that had happened in the palace. And Elaine? Why would he comfort her? I saw her crying downstairs in the reception room earlier today without anyone there. She is a rather sweet girl. I keep thinking that the two of you are completely different. You're both strong-willed and stubborn, but she wears her emotions on her sleeve, while you keep it all inside of you. I am not hiding anything, if that's what you're implying. Mother always told me crying was weak. Claude stands up and leans forward. Before I know it, I am in his arms. Ah! Ah! Why can't I have art of them hugging like normally? Let me have it! Nom-Nom, I'm always here for you. I feel flustered again and my mind feels foggy. I can barely comprehend what's in my mind or in my heart. I feel like thank you is appropriate, but also I don't fucking know. You never need to thank me, Nom-Nom, but you've done so much for me. It's not just the sword fighting, it's your patience, your company. You're saving me when I needed help. That's not true. I'm pretty sure I'm the most selfish person in this tavern. All I ever want is things for myself. Ah! Right choice! I'm getting better at this. I'm getting better! I've never thought you were selfish, Claude. And she had a genuine smile! Ah! That's all I need. He puts a hand to my cheek and looks at me solemnly. Oh no. You don't think that I'm... What? Does it? I don't know. I'm vibing with it though. I really like it. You don't think that me wanting you is... He selfishly wants me. Oh, I'm stupid when it comes to these visual novels. I can't be chill. I don't know how to be chill. Being chill with visual novels is not my thing. Suddenly he slips back, his hand on his chest again, his breathing heavy. I stare at Claude with wide eyes. Claude, are you okay? I'm fine. Too doki doki. I know! Too much doki doki! I'm affected, he's affected, we're all fucked. I wonder if his curses... Like, he can't just want a woman. He has to, like, deeply, truly be in love with them. And then them love him back. And him not be like, okay, cool, you were an object of fun for me. Like, goodbye. Like, no, he needs to... And it's meant to hurt. Because that which was like, you broke my heart. I'm gonna make sure your heart breaks too. Or something. I don't know. Something's happening. He sighs out slowly, but he sounds obviously pained. I'll go get Anise. No. Ugh. I'm fine. I swear it's just a spell of dizziness. But you... He manages a small, tight-lipped smile before he strains and shakes his head. His hands are visibly shaking. I must be tired. But Claude, do not tell anyone about this, okay? I don't want them to worry. Why is he always so stubborn? He is obviously in pain, because he can't talk about it. It's probably part of the curse, too. I can't talk about it. I clench my hands into fists as I frown at him. Why must you always be so secretive? You're keeping something from me, Claude. Sorry, Nom-Nom. Claude abruptly leaves the room, leaving me with fragmented thoughts. Chapter 9, The Rescue. Okay, so I think, with that said, it's already getting late, and I've got work tomorrow, so we're gonna leave it there, and, excuse me. We will come back to it, not next week, I have to take next week off, but probably the week after.